Hello Keto family, non-scale victory. I usually try to change my shirt or wear an apron or something over my company shirt so that the logos don't show. 'Cause I'm not sure about that. But anyway, so this was a shirt that was too small for my son. I just pulled out. So it's not really my shirt. It's kind of cute though, you know, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. So anyway, so today I thought we would actually chat about a couple things. I'm gonna make that recipe for the apple crisp probably tomorrow. It says I actually did go to the store yesterday, and I don't know why I said that just randomly. That's kind of weird. My brain's in a million. I have to work both jobs again today. I know I don't normally work both jobs during the week, except for one day, and then I usually work the weekend, but I am going on vacation this weekend. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to discuss is your pets. Now I know that Keto meets menopause. She has her doggies on a keto diet. So I'm curious if she actually buys the dog food or if she makes it. I'm trying to remember if I've seen a video about it. And then I know Sandy's losing it. She was making dog food for her doggo. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the tripe thing. What I'm looking for is we recently bought some dog food that said it was grain-free. But it's the Rachel Ray Nourish, and then there was that whole lawsuit that's going on now, and so I'm kind of nervous. Winnie started eating it a couple days ago, and she hasn't had any issues so far. But one of the reasons why I wanted to switch her was because she is a poodle. She's a Shih Tzu poodle Karen Terrier. So both of her parents are half poodle. Her dad is half Shih Tzu, half poodle, and her mom was half Karen Terrier, half poodle. So that is how, so that's why she's three different things. But as you guys know, like anybody that has any of the dogs, any persons that have the poodle in them, they do tend to have some skin issues. And so she was having a lot of skin allergies this summer. And so we were I was hoping maybe by taking grain completely out of her diet, that it would help. Now, and we would always buy, good dog food for her, but it would still it was really hard to find dog food that didn't have some type of potato or something in it, which I don't honestly know. This Rachel Ray food may actually have potato in it too. I just realized that. It says that it was grain-free, but it didn't say anything about starch-free. So, I'm not sure. So let me know. That was one of the things. If you feed your dog a keto food, which I would really like to do for Winnie, all of her treats and stuff are keto. And then we give, we don't really give her too much of the other stuff. She does really love popcorn though, but thankfully nobody in the house really eats popcorn anymore. So she hasn't really had that very often. Recently. So she's been doing pretty good the last month or so, but anyway, let me know if you buy your dog food and it's not a bajillion dollars. The other thing I thought I would chat about really quick was this past week on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, one of the people popped in there and was saying that they went in and had some type of DNA testing. It didn't sound like it was ancestral DNA testing, but they had some type of DNA type testing done, and the results came back that kind of showed what kinds of things they should eat and what kinds of things they shouldn't eat. And I've heard a little bit about that before. I know Dr. Barry kind of offhandedly talked about it. And then you have Dr. Berg's like different body types, and then I've heard other doctors talk about like the endomorph, the ectomorph, and that sort of thing. and that's a lot of fancy things and a lot of science talk, but I really wanted to boil that down really simple to there is no perfect diet for everybody. That is why there are a bajillion different diet plans out there and diet cookbooks and things like that, because there isn't one that works for every single person, including keto. And you guys know I love keto. I know I said at the beginning of this month I was maybe kind of going out of keto, a little bit more carbs, but I have remained in ketosis all month. And after my doctor visit, I found out it wasn't that I needed more carbs in my diet, it was that my thyroid was broken. That's why I was so tired. And now that that is slowly getting better, I have increased my carb intake probably a little bit. It's hard to track. I'm not tracking. But you know, I used to have berries maybe once every other week, and now I have them probably 2 or 3 times a week. But I'm still paying attention. You know, I'm not just going crazy and having all the fruits and vegetables, and I'm still kind of balancing my day with, because I already know, because I tracked for so long, I know what has a lot of carbs and what doesn't. But I have definitely had more fruit, and you know, I don't worry about the vegetables that I eat, because I eat broccoli and zucchini and spinach, which are really low carb. So, you know, if I add an extra serving of spinach, woo, it's crazy times, it's crazy. But I have remained in ketosis for that. But I have noticed, and I talked about this kind of even at the beginning of the month, that I really did think that I could handle more carbs simply because of the intensity that I exercise now, and because I've gotten my, you know, my body fat is not as low as I'd like it to be, but it's come way down from, I was probably 50-55% at my highest weight, and last I tested at the beginning of the month, I was 28% body fat, which still is not in the healthy range. They want you, I think 25 or 26, might even be 24 is the healthy range. But, you know, so that's something I'm still working on. But my point is, I can handle more carbs than even I could have when I first started keto. There are some carbs that are definitely more triggers for me and that my body doesn't like. And that is where I'm going with this whole thing. I'm sorry, I'm distracted and talking all over the place in circles. This is why it happens when I don't have a note card to keep me focused on what the heck I'm talking about. But anyway, your body type is unique to you. And all the time we have folks that really want that, tell me what to eat. What do you eat? And sometimes they'll tell you their size, their height, their weight, like that's going to magically help us to tell them what they should eat and how much they should eat. And we can't do that. You can have a row of women that are all 5'10" and all weigh 185 pounds, and every single one of them could need a different amount of calories, could need different types of food. Some of them may have adverse reactions to dairy where other ones don't. Some of them could have adverse reactions to eggplant and the nightshade type vegetables where others don't. Some could have actually do really well on high carb, like more like a vegetarian diet where others don't, and some might do really well on a carnivore diet. But one thing does remain. So if you are watching this and you want something, somewhere to start, because you really have to try and see what's going to fit your body, I do believe that there are some key things that are going to help you that are the same for everybody. And I'm going to give you 3. 1, cut sugar. Sugar is not needed by anybody. Okay? It's not. You do not need sugar. So you do not need honey. I mean, you may like it. It may taste good. But you don't need it. You do not need regular sugar. You do not need dextrose. You do not need any of that. You can completely cut sugar out of your life and you will be healthier and happier. Well, probably not happier at first, actually, but it'll happen. Give it time. The second thing is try to get your food in the most natural form as possible. And I'm not talking necessarily about buying organic food and buying grass-fed beef, which that's a whole nother topic that actually goes along with those people that have certain reactions. I do think some people tend to do better with the grass-fed meat, especially if you have a lot of inflammation issues. But just getting, instead of, getting a chicken nugget from the frozen food section, just get some chicken breast meat. And then, even if you do grains, try to find some natural grains. Get some ancestral grain, like some spelt. You can actually find some sprouted wheat that is going to be actual, the whole entire wheat kernel, instead of the flour that you buy at the store and it's basically stripped of all of its protein and its fiber and now it's just carb. We weren't really intended, I don't believe, in eating that. So, coming away from those processed foods, that's going to help everybody. If you can eat your food and you can look at your food at each meal and be able to know where that food came from, you're probably going to do just fine. And you'll probably lose weight just doing that. I mean, that's really what the paleo diet is. It's basically why people lose weight off it, because they're not eating all that processed food anymore. They're eating stuff that is whole food. And then the third thing is, it's going to surprise you because it's not really food related, but it's drink related. The third thing is drink more water and less other colors. So, try to keep it as natural as possible with your drinks. As you guys know, I cut Diet Pop out for a long time. I actually did have a soda today, and I've had a couple of them in the past week. Last week I did when I went to see my daughter. But honestly, with my thyroid being what it was and being out of town and not home, I needed the caffeine to just manage to not fall asleep at 6 p.m. But I'm not a big person of, you absolutely should never have diet soda ever again. I don't know about that. Maybe, maybe not. I definitely think there are some people that are more sensitive, again, but those three things, like I said, that everybody should do: drink as much water as possible and stay away from as many non-real drinks as possible, which goes along with the second one of eat good food that's not processed. And that includes like keto stuff. The more keto becomes popular and is trending, we're seeing more and more keto products. And I think that's awesome and great, because sometimes we want a treat. But if we start consuming those constantly, then we're going to be in the same place that we were when we were on the standard American diet, because your body's going to get used to eating that. And even if you're looking at a product and it has 10 or more ingredients in it, it's probably not something you should be eating on a consistent basis. I'm just saying. So anyway, and then cut out sugar. Get rid of it. All sugar. Okay, if it ends in ose, other than milk products, because that's kind of a up in the air thing. But Dextrose, Sucrose, Maltodextrin, there's tons of them. Oh my gosh, sugar comes in so many different names. Soluble corn fiber is actually a type of sugar, honestly. I know we kind of let it slide sometimes in some of our keto products, but just on your day-to-day basis, if that's where you want to start, that is a great place, because I think just those 3 principles alone are huge. Just do that for 30 days and then you can start testing out what else might work for your body. And there are some people out there, like my husband, that's a big one, just doing those simple things is all it really took. Obviously with him, one addition to that was looking at anti-inflammatory foods and cutting out the inflammation foods, so he doesn't have wheat or corn or any of the grains. But you know, I think just those 3 principles will help you really begin, and then from there, then you can build your particular plan based on what your body needs. And nobody, not a single person on this planet, should shame you or tell you that what you're eating is wrong if you know that what you're eating helps your body to feel better, or you know that, you know what, this is on plan. I know that this isn't the greatest thing for me to eat every day, but today I'm gonna eat this and that's okay. We have to be human and we have to allow ourselves to splurge a little bit, and what everybody's splurge is going to be is different for each and every person. For me, my splurges are still keto, right? Because you guys know I don't want to get the sugar monster back. I want to keep them at bay. But that doesn't mean that I'm not okay with the people out there that can spend a day, a meal, a vacation just eating standard American diet. You know what? If they do that once a year, I think they're probably gonna be fine, and we need to let them. My dog is so dang adorable. Look at her. Look at that face. What are you doing, Winnie? You ready to say goodbye to the people? Alright guys, this is a pretty long video, so we're gonna let you go, and remember, do what you can with what you got. Alright, bye guys.